And what I noticed while I was leading as projects, as artwork, as people, as well as conversations with clients, that so much get lost in the conversation. So much of information is gone, so much unclarity, so many questions we don't dare to ask, so we don't clear it up. So there's a lot of stuff like that actually makes our work rather inefficient.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt really exhausted from, you know, let's say putting extra effort into my work. I didn't mind. I mean, I worked a lot, and I'm not complaining about that um, as in a complaint. It's more like I decided to do that. But over time, I felt like my exhaustion is not just about the hours, making them. My exhaustion is also about seeing how much of my work was done in vain.
Mm-hmm.
And this was for me kind of like it became unacceptable. Like I value my time and I value, um, let's say, my life in a way. Like I don't want to waste it in the office. I don't mind sitting in the office and creating something for someone. But if a few days later I hear that the project has changed because someone changed their mind or some clarity was missing, it means that my night hours were done in vain. And I didn't feel like I wanted to be in service of people or projects or whatever that lacked this kind of clarity. And we can always change our mind, and we can always decide something needs to be different because we all of a sudden have new information and we can improve. I'm much for improvement, but that is something for me that kind of like involves the people who are involved, and it
Mm-hmm.
accounts the resources everybody has put into it. And so this whole communication aspect started to become more interesting to me than the design work itself. And so the impact on how are we using our resources, including our creativity and our time and energy, how can we not really optimize the communication, but communicate in ways that are more respectful and more accounting, each other's needs and energy. So my interest in that grew that much that I had like a wish to learn more about how can I communicate in ways that more clarity comes out, and that we can see each other much better and account each other much better. So I I continued my work, but also started to study nonviolent communication by Marshall Rosenberg. And this basically comes down to improving empathy skills.
Mm-hmm.
And that is for me like the thing I'm not sure if it's fair to say like missed, but as a foreigner in Slovenia, by then I already spoke fluent Slovene, but as a foreigner, you're part of society and at the same time you're not. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I never will be, Slovene. I can understand a lot. I speak, I engage, I have a lot of friends, but I don't have a Slovenian attitude, and I even grew up in a little village that is 3 times larger than Novo Mesto,
Mm-hmm.
right? So my whole background is totally different. So there was for me very often also a sense of not being part of something. So there's some sort of exclusion, some sort of distance, and kind of like not being involved. And in that, empathy really gets a place if it's given a place.